Hey! Today we're going to discuss cost sharing, which is defined as the portion of project cost or contributions not paid by the sponsor. Federal requirements state that cost sharing is not expected under federal research proposals and cannot be used as a factor during merit review unless it is in accordance with agency regulations and specified in the notice of funding opportunity. Therefore, cost sharing cannot be included in a proposal unless there is a mandatory cost sharing requirement. When cost sharing is required by the sponsor, the LEAD PI must develop a project budget and determine the appropriate amount of sponsored cost versus cost sharing. We recommend that the PI begin conversations with their department chair or associate dean for research early in the process to ensure there is funding and support for the cost sharing amount that will be formally submitted in the proposal budget. Budgeted cost sharing must be necessary and reasonable to accomplish the project or program objectives, and it must be allowable in accordance with the sponsor guidelines. Common examples of cost sharing include contributed effort of the principal investigator or other key personnel, graduate research tuition and other costs that are funded internally by a non-sponsored source, like a state appropriation. Other examples can include subrecipient cost share, third-party in-kind contributions, or unrecovered indirect cost, which requires prior approval of the university and the sponsor. As a reminder, out-of-state tuition can no longer be used as cost share on new proposals due to a change in Board Rule 202. We did a related topic on this in one of our prior 2-Minute Tuesdays. Okay, so what happens after an award is granted to the university? If the sponsor requires cost sharing, contract and grant accounting will establish a separate banner fund during the award setup process to account for all cost share commitments and to ensure they comply with federal requirements and any specific agency or award requirements. Subrecipient cost share requires a certification by the external entity that the amounts are for actual expenses that are not being used on other sponsored awards. Estimates cannot be used. If you have additional questions about cost sharing, please call our office and contract and grant accounting, and they will be happy to assist you further. One thing to take away when it comes to cost sharing, just say no.